you didn't know, there are only 56 people in South Africa who've been granted special dispensation to import and use medicines containing cannabis. Now, this was revealed by the South African Health Products Regulatory Authority. The regulator says everyone else selling and using medicines containing dagga or its derivatives is doing so illegally. To tell us more, the authority's head of law enforcement unit, that's Griffith Molewa, joins us from Pretoria this morning. Griffith, a very good morning to you. So do tell us more about who is allowed and who isn't allowed to sell any cannabis-related or infused products at the moment, and what are they allowed to actually sell or distribute?
Good morning. When you look at the legislation for cannabis, or dagga, as it's commonly known, is that now dagga, like any other medicine, it has to follow certain protocols. The Act, the Medicines and Related Substances Act, make provision for registering medicines. And if the medicine deems to be necessary but is not available in the country, there is a provision within the Act which we normally refer to as Section 21 dispensation or authorization, wherein the doctor will apply to the regulator, SAPRA, as you have already alluded to, and then request permission to use that unregistered medicine. And even though the medicine is available, it's a normal course where a prescription will be written out and then they'll go to the pharmacy and that sort of thing. But now coming to cannabis, yes, there has been recently some evidence that this medicine can be used for certain diseases. And now there's that awareness that now doctors can prescribe it. Hence now you find that now recently, as of today, there were about 57 applications received, and they were processed and they were approved and given to the patient who needed them.
Yeah. Well, Griffith, I mean, as you know, I think that the use of cannabis oils or CBD oil seems to be growing for people to treat any number of conditions. And how would we know, or how would anybody know who is allowed? Is there a way we can check whether the person we're getting these oils from is one of these 56?
Okay. As already said, I mean, medicine's got to be registered. All the oils which we find on the streets or in the health shops and that sort of thing are sort of illegal, because when you look at CBD, it's what we regard as a Schedule 4 substance. And a Schedule 4 substance means that now nobody can handle that product except a doctor, a pharmacist, a vet, a dentist. And the pharmacist can only dispense it through a prescription. But now what you find that now, what's happening, because now, I mean, dagga is a problem in South Africa where it's grown almost everywhere. People will grow their own dagga and then concoct their own medication and then put it onto the shelf. And when you look at countries now like the US, where certain states have sort of legalized that sort of thing, there's that boom in the sale of cannabis. And people in South Africa will jump onto that bandwagon and import such medicines for their own use, even though it is still illegal. Because now we need to go through a process where we can have a product which has been registered in South Africa, which can be made available to the people of South Africa.
So, Griffith, seeing as it is becoming, the more popular alternative to traditional medicines, and more people are looking to try these alternatives out in terms of CBD oils or cannabis-related products, are you looking at maybe speeding up the process or looking into these where those, like you say, are illegal at the moment, but sort of maybe, adding them to the list or having some kind of check to see that what they're selling is the real deal, it is safe for use, and then maybe allowing it on some level?
What we are encouraging people now is that now they should submit an application which will be assessed. Yes, depending on the need and depending on the national health policy. If at all that product is deemed to be on the essential drug list, SAPRA can be lenient to that sort of thing. They could look at it and see how best can they expedite the registration of that process and make it available to that. But what we encourage is that now people should go to their doctors, discuss with the doctor, and the doctors will try to source a product which has been registered in another country and for them to use albeit in a limited quantity for that particular patient. And as time progresses, when we have registration, then we can make that product available. But like I said, I mean, those products which you find on the market at the moment, they're illegal.
All right, and could pose major risks. Thank you very much for that. That's Head of Law Enforcement Unit at the South African Health Products Regulatory Authority, Griffith Molewa. He's in Pretoria for us this morning. Now, fewer people